I have to explain best I can what I'm doing here, why I'm recording myself, and what I'm even communicating. Because best's very difficult to isolate what I'm doing. However, it's not difficult to isolate for me. What I'm doing here is, hey, thanks for joining. So I'm outlining how this particular life application study, New International Version of the Bible, is also Apocrypha with King James, and is also Apocrypha Young's literal is also Apocrypha with Dewey's is also as Apocrypha with Holy Bible, Holy Pope, and is also Apocrypha. So let me gather a few more things and explain what I've been meaning for 13 years as to why I need you to understand. After the year 1917, you had a chance every time you were preached the legend of the Bible. However, what happened to you? Clavicle Solomonus happened to you as part of, and so we have Dead Sea Scrolls happened to you. That's World War II happened to you. So happened to you, happened to all of you, all humankind, because of that Holy Bible in the year 2020 still kept at, you guys thought it only had the age of the earth for 6,000 years and nothing else, except you were teaching everything else wrong. Meaning, Jesus, we love you. Great ape, let's get you out of hell. Great ape, ribbon is kind of weird. Complete Dead Sea Scrolls. Great ape, ribbit. 500 whole years, and in the fucking year 2020, I have to sort through your guys' fucking bullshit of the 500 million places you're wrong about evolution, and say, if you just took the letter V and you got it out of your brains, you could figure out what millennium it is. It's millennium you shouldn't have been born in. After these were discovered, then after those were discovered, of course you kept 6,000 year earth. After those were discovered, of course you kept 6,000 year earth. Of course. The Bible. Why did you do that to yourselves? You weren't Christian then. So Mormons, here's your holy fuck also, that King James Version of the Bible. So let's go through the King James Version of the Bible. Christianity, 2 verses, invalidated your brains at, left in hell at, Deuteronomy 34:10 and Exodus 33:11. What did they mean? Oh, they were for real. I'm gonna roll a cigarette. And here's Gideon Apocrypha. So this is the Russian Apocrypha. I was able to confirm that through. So 6,000-year Earth. That meant every word and every line and everything in the Bible was what, children? Misinterpreted, and the entire Bible kept as legend. Right, children? Legend of book. The year's 2020. You're still in the same format. Why? For science. And make good sense and good use of that to get you out of 22 trillion of what the fuck is wrong with you with there in the Tinta meeting. You guys are so hallucinatives. It's because you don't have conscious awareness of quite a few things. Quite a few things. We need to show you off. The little voice inside your head drives you batshit crazy. How the pastor over there on gotquestions.cultville has homosexual male lists. How Bernie Sanders is a senile elder. Mm-hmm. As with Mr. President Trump. He's a senile fucking elder, and according to what I'm reading to you, it's taking the Bible away from you because you kept King James. And it erased all earth history. The King James Bible is what erased all earth history by keeping it in 6,000 year. Can't determine what it told you, what it said. Now, my simple argument is it didn't say anything you thought it said. Everything around it invalidated at 2 verses, which happened to be the 2 verses that said, don't fuck with me on face-to-face right here, going like this right to you, little children elsewhere, and I'm giving you a law. You're calling it not law, and then they're calling law, so they're making fun of it, and they don't know what the fuck it said. Christianity is an invalid cult. The entire cult system. The entire 2020 system of churches is entirely invalid according with what the contents of the Bible had for you to have, with the magic walkie-talkie thing and the two cherubim and all of that. And without that, you needed at least 2 verses to work from, and you had 0 because you took God out of your interpretations because you're looking for something else. Christians, you had to take the Messiah off of the cross and come to recognize that Messiah of 27 books, including Saul's little apocryphal package, hidden in the King James Version of the Bible, bled out into all translations. The book of Galatians, Saul's doing this to you, calling you stupid fools, Christians. Over and over and over again, fucking the age of the earth, every verse. You're ignoring what the legitimate instruction of that verse ever was. Christianity, pulpit preaching it like this, their entire culture reading from it, and now they're up with technology. Hey, look at us! You're all hunched over. You're all retarded. You're all little Neolithic wonderments. You're all hurting. You're all sore. You're all elders, and you're all mentally ill. Is the truth of what I'm observing that the 2020 elders who are too incompetent to, what do you mean we could actually wake up to reality? You guys invalidated the Bible. 6,000 year legend kept through to the year 2020 fully invalidated the entire every word of Bible. Every word of Bible. Bible invalid in 2020 because of 6,000 year every word invalid. I'll go back there. What did NASA say? What year? How is it hard for science to keep up with $22 trillion in debt? We have to put some graded monikers over that. You evolved writing. Good job. Fucking great answer. As Yeshua, Messiah ben Yosef, little children, in grade 8 stupids, 6,000 a year in the Tinta meeting going, fuck you, you 6,000 a year. What's? You're in hell. You're God. You can't look at God in his own book, the 1611 King James Version of the Bible. God's doing this to you, little children. Israel got Auschwitz. Staring at the golden calf look like this. Hey, what's it going to look like when we have technology and the internet? Oh, up there on Mount Sinai, God's like, you want to see what it'll look like when he was juggling the 3 years or 4 years or 5 years? He's like, hey, check it out, all the water splashing off. Remember that, kids? When mommy and daddy were out there boinking in the tent and having sound like they were having like lots of orgies and things, they were all excited. Okay. God to babysit the children for Shabbat morning. That would be so fucking cool. Have God babysit your children. Yeah, you're going to bleed, little children. Heil, God, things are scared. Heil, we love you, God. They're scared shitless. Back in those days, they 20,000 years ago, real women would not. What would they do? They would watch their children, and the moment it squinted, like, oh, I have to pee, it was house-trained. It was housebroken like a dog. You can do that within 7 weeks, or 7 days, not 7 weeks. Housebroken like a dog. Just watch them, and you always have to watch them, but they're not going to always pee on you just because you want to. It might be kind of fun. You have to probably watch them like a dog, though. And then imagine that. That's why I'm explaining. I'm accepting the 9/11 Jahan for you, children. I'm accepting the 9/11 Jahan for you. Grade 8 ribbit. You have heard of those who broke the Sabbath 3 whole fucking times. Which building does it most relevant apply to? The guys on Friday is on with Isa. The guys on Saturday as a lesson for the righteous, the Jews who received Auschwitz. What's God saying in the Tinta meeting right now, kids? Or the guys on Sunday. I can't even get that finger out because it doesn't work. The guys on Sunday who violated the Sabbath as a lesson for the righteous. Yet all 3 times. It was guys on. So they got Auschwitz, and this little reminder of this is a mental illness you'll have in the year 2020. You have a legitimate church-related mental illness of you are so dumb incompetent that you needed to shut up in the 1972. Your churches were dead, dumb, incompetent in 1972. All of them, all your organizations, all your pastorals. Once you got printing, are dead, dumb. 1200 AD, and the Crusades, and a little bit of printing to keep them up around. And you heard of it. You only heard of it. You only heard that the earth was not 6,000 years of age about 2 hours ago. Did you forget? So the 1611 King James Bible, later the Dead Sea Scrolls in history, children. That was the 40s, 1947 here. In 1947. This is a scientific subtraction at 3500 BC. Through to 2020. 3020 on the left-hand side. Turn it off. Have to turn this thing off in order to understand the Dead Sea Scrolls. All 66 books. Got to turn it off right here. Just do it. Nothing in here but a false messiah and a story to blink out into the Dead Sea Scrolls in order to explain to you how to get back up down to the bottom of the OTO and back around. Welcome to the OTO. It's kind of like playing Tetris, to be honest. The Bible is actually a puzzle piece. Weird. It's cool. It's face. God and Moses spoke face to face. It became a puzzle piece after that. Where did you just get it wrong? Everywhere. Everywhere. That one though. Would you like to see pictures of me when I was a kid and distributing that Russian Apocrypha that I've confirmed is 100% invalid because it doesn't have this big warning. Right here. You're going to be Castile because this said face to face and nobody recorded it anywhere in all Earth history. And Cultivate took him out of Cultivate took God out of the Bible. I've heard that in a sermon too. You've never heard Cultivate God out of the Bible, kids. And with the consequence of having taken God out of the Bible, Deuteronomy 34:10, Exodus 33:11, take God out of the Bible. You call the earth magic proof 6,000 years. That's what happened to you, cult. Took God out of the Bible. Can't accept any legitimates. Nothing legitimate in any Earth history. The only way to have any legitimate Earth history and get out of hell is to turn them off. Is the cult who took God out of the Bible have to turn them off and fix them first. Questions. Internet cult.org. I'm Ben David, and we have to turn you off because you're broken. I have to fix you. Do you understand? Is kind of what I'm trying to get this fucking retarded grade ape called those 6,000 years. Really ignorant. Stupid as dumb as a box of rocks. No respect for you fucking morons. Dipshit moron. Stupid 6,000. As stupid as you can become and remain forever. 6,000 years. Interpret one word. Why didn't you help us? The beauty of the Russian Orthodox and the Eastern Orthodox is they had the orthodoxy required to understand what I'm teaching while they were not telling you anything. The Russian era was perfect for me to show up behind you and come and just say, by the way, you're probably just in hell still. No, you are still in hell. The complete Dead Sea Scrolls in English. Why is this false scholarship attributed to anyone of any value there? They have absolutely no contribution to anything because they don't illegitimize the Bible through the illegitimization of the illegitimate record. Their typing grade 8 bills are not. They even put the word evolved in their bullshit. At some point, it's still not pinpointed. We had to get that word out of our fucking vocabulary. It was a legend we evolved. It just meant you didn't know what the fuck millennium it was. Didn't keep track of any fucking thing, children. Well, I keep track of mine. I saw someone today. I was very pleased. Very happy. And okay. We're working on a crumbling difference elsewhere, though. And some through the Bible being just wrong. Just medieval. Just and just 6,000 year earth medieval. Just in the year 2020. I bring you no joke to that. It's just everything's broken because of the just same interpretation of sense you couldn't ever figure out when it was written down and not written down at children, and not you couldn't figure out. Word is an understatement. Just your church systems are just all cults in the year 2020 with just false Bible, just Apocrypha Bible. 2020, 75, 66, 81. Just. Oh. So it's all just. This is in the King James Version of the Bible because you just can't read it at all. One word in it. For religion. Invalid at 2020 religion's use. The Bible is actually 100% invalid at 2020 religious use. It is an invalid book at use, continued use by. It's an immoral, invalid book at that. What do you continue to use for? What do you continue to use for? It is extreme immoral, ignorant, invalid, for continue to use, for continue to use, for continue to use. It is extreme, immoral, invalid, for continue to use, for continue to use. It is extreme, immoral, invalid. Continue to use pulpit preaching. What will we do without pulpit preaching? Write your fucking retirements for continue to use. You got every verse wrong, pastors. Try again. So, this is more like Facebook. Hey, check out what this would look like on Facebook. Check out what the turn off the cult will actually look like, and all that shit's been sitting in this bullshit for quite some time. By the way, you're so moronically stupid now. So, Great Fire of London. The Great Plague of London. Which one was that? The Great Plague of London. The Great Plague of London. The Great Plague of London. Bubonic plague. Period. 1665 to 1666. Here this says number of deaths, 2020 number of deaths invalid. 2020. The Great Plague lasting from 1665 to 1666. The Great Plague lasting from 1665 to 1666 was the last major epidemic. Of the bubonic plague. To occur in England. Number of deaths, 75,000. Number of deaths, 75,000. So you see from here, it's just okay. Close Trinity College. How'd they keep going? Because how close is it to Jesus? God in the Bible, 2020. So, being that close would come down with the right here. But they're too incompetent. I keep telling them, guys, you're just dumb. Dumb as a box of rocks. Immoral incompetence. So immoral, so incompetent. They have a mental illness. One that's really easy to diagnose and treat, oddly enough. And you often do get some compensation to trying to do it when you go to a psychologist or psychotherapist. However, you go to a Christian counselor, you're fucked. Oh, it's just the Bible. So the Bible being broken at 6,000 year hope for something. Everything inside of it, alternative net message. Try again for the Dead Sea Scrolls. Because of pretty much whenever you stub your toe, you should run scared of the Bible. Put appropriate. Go read Lamentations every time you stub your toe. There's only, let's go through the books of the Bible that are going to be valid after I'm done with that, which will be none of them. But I will place them for some places for you to consider in just picture format, which is where you cut them in great apes. Ribbit. Kind of decorating all the walls to the chambers of the inner datum doorway into the. Look at all the pictures of all the children who suffered through Auschwitz. You look at the scrolls and understand that they stared at the golden calf. Is kind of the next piece. What happened there? Christians even took God out of the Bible. We have to eradicate them now. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're mentally ill. The only value for 2 whole verses is to say that you're in hell with them. You don't have them written on the back of your car saying, I'm scared shitless. Run. I'm expecting the end of the world sometime because there's 6,000 year earth legend kept everywhere. Don't have the Bible in your skulls. Run. I'd be scared shitless. Run. Which is what you're doing. Yay! Facebook is just clamoring clowns. Evolution happened definitely with clamoring clowns. You type in great apes now, clamoring clowns. 1611 did that too. Later, the Dead Scrolls in History, 1947 through to 1976. Since 1992. from having been baptized in the Baptist Church on the Toppenish Indian Reservation. Bible Church in Toppenish, Washington. In order to keep track of when this cult finally decides to open up its reality, it's just a cult. You know what the cult. You're going to use the Bible itself for what it is. What's the millennium you took the Bible out of print because you still thought it was 6,000 year legend? We have to do it for Kennewick, man. 9,200-year-old fossil remain. We've got nothing if we don't do it. We actually have nothing. Australia, Aboriginal, 65,000-year presence. We actually have nothing if we don't take the Bible out of print in the year 2020. A 6,000-year legend kept for 6,000 years and 20 years too long. 6,000 years. 6,000 years. 1999 to have been reconciled 2000 .com. Give you your furries already. Interest in how. Furry fandom. That's your sexual nature in the year 2020. A little confused. Growing up from great apes who lost the age of the earth also. Great apes lost the age of the earth. Thanks, guys. When did you come out from Amazon? We thought we came over there. No, you didn't. The account of 400 years right here between the Old and New Testaments, though, left you in hell. With the Great Fire of London and the Great Plague of London and a bunch of other informations to think back of. How 1610 Minertial, an anonymous tip. Anonymous tip left you in hell. You're not keeping track of your Minerchis at all. Children. That's what the Bible is for. That's why Grandma Eve did what she did. And that's why you got woo. And that's why this is an invalid piece of book. You have this millennium, all the data you needed to figure out what was wrong and correct it. However, I've already corrected as to why. It's because of Washington State. We have this going on, and I have already explained it through this. I just have to put the hey, doctors, look at this. Bible. What do you mean? Yeah, we're not great apes. Okay. You want to know 500 more years of other legends that were you really everywhere? There's a lot of 500-year other legends. You guys got squished out into this plastic ream of oh fuck. What happened to you? Well, what happened to you? Christianity, you're a cult. You're a pulpit preaching cult. You need to be castrated, all of you. Castrate all Christianity. Sit your asses down, cut your balls off, and stop preaching from pulpits. Stop having babies. You go to hell next. That's what we actually need to recognize and do, because why I'm doing this for you, because of this data, how to understand this data, and how to see that this data is over there, yeah, New Zealand. There's Lil, she's always on my back when she flew away from Adam because Adam was such a. I love you, and she's gonna hook me up. All right. You're all in way out there's the count of 400 years. Sabotage of love. What did the Apocrypha contain? Dead Sea Scrolls in history. Did you evolve writing? Did you follow the 500-year Earth legend? You're in hell. That was the dumbest thing could have ever done. You're 22. Okay. You're following along. Great. I love you guys. But we're at the end of the road for that book. Okay. Jimmy Sawyer, you're fired.